I'm sitting here on my patio and doing a little filming to tell you about a recent purchase I made that I think is a great example of limited purchase decision. And I'm going to go through with you the steps in the decision-making process, the buying process that I had for this purchase. Now, this was something I bought last week. Long story, I had to get rid of my compost pile, and so I began to look for a new way to compost. Now, that is probably not important to you at all. We've learned that part of our purchasing is based on our psychographics. That's things that are of interest to us. And hey, I'm a gardener and I have grown to love recycling and composting so I can use the kitchen scraps in my garden. So, because that is of interest to me, this is a decision that I've made recently, a purchase I would only make because of that psychographic, which remember is motives and lifestyles and hobbies. So let me show you. Here is my new composter. So last week I decided I finally needed to buy a new composter. I went onto Amazon, looked at all of them that were available, probably a low of maybe you could get one for $40. You could also spend $600 on systems. So I began to read about them. A lot of reviews talked about having to put things together. It talked about things breaking. You know what? I should back up. Look, the need for this, when I first decided to buy it, was when my old compost bin, I had to get rid of it. Long story. So then I had a need. I wanted one. I decided to go shopping. Finally, I decided I was going to do something. I needed more information. And so I went on Amazon to see what was available. I read lots and lots of reviews. I also went to lots of websites. When your book makes a distinction between internal information search and external information. I already knew a few things, but I needed to learn a lot. So I sought out additional information. Unfortunately, I really didn't know anybody to ask, so I got all my information online. Um, so Amazon was a source, websites were a source. I did this over a couple of nights, and so I kind of consider that a limited decision. I didn't spend weeks or months on it, but I did spend several hours. So this one, when I got information about it's one piece. It didn't need assembly. That was something I evaluated on because I could just see me with all these pieces to assemble. That wasn't attractive to me. It also was the one that nobody complained about the lid. This one kind of has an easy open lid. Other systems, people said, oh, the lid's really hard. So I evaluated on price. By the way, this wasn't the cheapest, but remember the term value. It feels to me like it's going to have long-term value. I didn't have to assemble it. Nobody complained about this lid breaking. So that was all information I got that was important. But then maybe the most important thing, the way I decided, two things. Um, they mentioned that this was made from 100% recycled plastic. One of the hesitations I originally had when I got my old compost system was that I hated to buy some big piece of plastic because that doesn't seem very environmentally friendly. So I liked the idea that this was 100% recycled plastic. They also mentioned, which wasn't as big a deal to me, but might be to some people, that this was made in the USA, 100% made in the USA. They also, I don't know if you can see this big box that it came in. They said you can begin by composting the box. So it was easy to set up. I can use the box to actually begin making compost. It's made of recycled materials. All those things together were important to me. That's how I evaluated. I then made the purchase. And so, oh, I don't have the papers. Let me get it. It came to me in about 2 days, and that was nice. I then set it up, and it was just as easy as they said. So far, I have no cognitive dissonance. I was pleased with how easy it was to set up. Now, who knows? In 6 months, I might be unhappy. I did want to show you these simple instructions came, so that was nice. It looks simple to use, as promised. And then they had the warranty. We'll talk about later that everything you get with the product everything you get is part of product, and warranty is an important part of that. So, the need. I said, got to have a new system. Mine's broken. Number two, I needed information. I went on an information search that was some marketing controlled, some non-marketing controlled, those reviews. Number three, I evaluated the things that were important to me. Price, this was kind of a middle of the road system. It was all recycled plastic, and it was easy to assemble. Those were the critical things to me. I got it. It was easy to buy, and I'm here and I'm happy with it. So that is a brief description of my limited decision-making process for a composter. Hope this helps as you're thinking about relating your experiences with deciding on a pet. Y'all have a great week. Bye-bye.